Been a while since I did one of these. Peach and Bowser, so excited. They love being outside. Alright, so these are some potatoes. I think they're red potatoes. I don't remember, but they're potatoes that we didn't eat, and they started to grow over the winter, so I tossed them in a pot, and now they're growing. That's how I always get potatoes. I've never actually bought potatoes to grow. But they do grow. This is 2 peach trees right here, and a back fence that's full of weeds and honeysuckles. They are the same peach tree, like same kind of peach tree, and I'm growing them in the same hole because when I was doing research for growing backyard orchards, saw that you can do that with stone fruits. They do seem to be doing okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. They are dwarf. Let's see. The variety is Crimson Rocket. And they're supposedly really good for this area. Here are some beans and some cardoons. So those are cardoons. These are beans. So these ones right here are Calypso beans. A little further down on the edge are Scarlet Runner beans. And then those are Blue Lake bush beans. I have some Royal Burgundy bush beans that are going to go in later. But they somehow ended up getting planted in a pot that also had sweet dumpling squash, which has sprouted. So I'm going to give the sweet dumpling squash a little bit before I transplant the beans. There's also kohlrabi in this plot, along with some weeds. Ignore the cups. Everything in those cups is dead. Well, not everything. It looks like some things have survived, but it was mostly just kale. And then back here are 2 tomatoes that I could not resist buying from Kroger when I went to pick up groceries. So this is they're both heirloom varieties. This is a red Brandywine. And this one, what was this one again? Husky Cherry Red, so it's a red cherry tomato. Whoop! Falling over here. As you can see, we did not mow in between. We just mowed outside of it. I gotta put the gate back up so the dogs don't get back here. We do have a proper gate. It just hasn't been put together yet. It's like a little trellis gate that I'm going to put some roses that I'll show you in a minute in. So in the meantime, I've got this makeshift gate to keep the dogs from going back there and digging and going poop and everything. So over here, the greenhouse is empty. It is regularly getting up to over 90 degrees in there. I don't want anything to fry. So these 2 pots have smiley face climbing roses in them. And they're going to be planted on either side of the trellis over there that acts as the gate. So that I have a cute arch of roses. And then these 2 are fig trees. This taller one is an Italian honey fig. Oop. This taller one is an Italian honey fig. This one right here, I don't know what kind it is. It didn't have a label, it just had a picture of a fig. So, I got it on discount because it looked like garbage at Lowe's. Coming across is Peach running around. And Bowser, it's Bowser's birthday today. At least the day that I'm filming this. I don't know if it'll go up the same day. The apple trees are nicely leafed out. I do have some leaf curl going on. I'll play fetch with you later, baby. I do have some leaf curl going on that I don't know why it's doing that. So I'm going to do some research onto what can cause leaf curl in apple trees. We do need to clean around their trunks and remulch to help keep the weeds back. Over here is a bed that will eventually get cleaned out, but There's some asparagus that will be going into the bed. We've got some strawberries here. Along the back is asparagus. That line is where the water falls off of the roof of the garage, so nothing gets planted in that line. Over here, we've got some sprouts and a bunch of weeds. So that is some butterhead lettuce that is starting to go bitter because we've got an unusually warm spring. So that'll be coming out. That pot right there has a bunch of herbs in it. This season was a get all of my old seeds used, and if they sprout, they sprout. If they don't, they don't. I'm not going to go over what's in all of these cups right now. I will go over them when they get planted. But I do have some Burgess Buttercup squash that's planted in here that's going to be taking the place of this butterhead lettuce. And these are some collards that I grew over the winter. Those are the ones that are left. They're starting to get eaten by caterpillars, so I'll probably pull those here in the next week or two. Don't remember if I said, I might have just glossed over frost damaged banana. These are the burgundy bush beans that are growing with the sweet dumpling squash in them. So yeah, that'll have to get fixed here in a bit. Don't want that to fall over. And around the side here, this is some forsythia, so this will make yellow flowers probably next year. I think I'm a little past when the forsythia would be happening this year. That's some Shasta daisies, I think, maybe Gerber daisies. Well, they're daisies, either way. Blackberry plant. And then over here, where we had beans last year, year before last, because I got hurt last year. So that mound right there is red vein sorrel, and that has been growing for 5 years now. It was originally in a pot. When we moved here, I put it in the dirt, and it is slowly starting to flourish, so that's exciting. Red vein sorrel is actually pretty delicious. And more asparagus that'll have to go into the dirt. Our hostas over there have also come back this year. There's Peach and Bowser, and that is the backyard garden.